On our planet, entire kingdoms are ruled not by a scepter, but by fang and claw. Their dominion stretches from life-giving rivers to the peaks where breath itself turns to frost. Here, the governing principles are unwritten, engraved deep into the instincts of every animal. A fleeting moment of peace can be the opening act for a fatal pursuit. To assert dominance, a relentless battle for territory is waged. For one life to go on in these lands, another one must be extinguished. This is a raw saga of dominance, of what survival costs in Earth's most brutal environments. A magnificent river carves a path over 4,000 miles through Africa's core, granting vitality to lands that would otherwise remain desolate. The Nile is something far greater than a mere river. It represents the very pulse of a continent, linking the majestic civilizations of an ancient past with the wild rhythms of life today. On the surface, its tranquil waters can seem like a perfect mirror of the heavens. Yet, a very different narrative unfolds just beneath this calm facade. It is a grand stage, where nature's most powerful forces vie for resources, for water, and for their very existence. A predator as primordial as the river itself is concealed within the Nile's murky depths. Appearing as motionless as a piece of driftwood, its presence is betrayed only by vigilant eyes and subtle nostrils rippling the water's surface. Behold the Nile crocodile. It is a reptilian titan, measuring 20 feet, weighing half a ton, a dynasty as ancient as the water itself. As Africa's most formidable predator, it reigns as king in this domain. Its primary tactic is one of immense patience. For hours, sometimes even days, the crocodile can wait, its natural camouflage allowing it to dissolve into the muddy shoreline. A young buffalo in need of water wanders closer. The herd, unaware of the danger concealed below, congregates at the river's edge, entirely unsuspecting. Then, in a single moment, the water explodes. With terrifying power, the crocodile strikes. Its colossal jaws snap shut, exerting a pressure of 5,000 pounds per square inch. The victim is pulled into the depths, where the hunter begins its notorious death roll. These colossal reptiles gather in significant numbers in Lake Victoria, a main source for the Nile, where a thriving population calls its waters home. The dense vegetation and shallow waters create an ideal environment for an ambush. The Nile crocodile, however, is far more than just a hunter. It functions as a custodian for the entire ecosystem. They cleanse the water by consuming carcasses, which stops the proliferation of disease and bacteria. While they might appear ungainly on solid ground, they are masters of agility in the water, achieving quick bursts of speed up to 22 miles per hour. The cycle of life begins anew, as the female excavates a deep nest in a high sandbank, where she will deposit between 25 and 80 eggs. She becomes a relentless protector for the following months, driving away all potential dangers with swift, powerful strikes. Upon hatching, the mother carefully gathers the young in her immense mouth and transports them to the water, giving them a chance to survive in a world filled with constant threat. Even in the scorched, arid landscape of Sudan, the crocodile remains a keeper of balance, its influence quietly felt along the shores of the great river. As we continue downstream, a grand shadow glides across the sub-wetlands. It is the Shuba, a testament to how each segment of the Nile supports its own distinct residents. A massive form slowly materializes as the sun ascends over the Nile's placid waters. The morning stillness is broken by a powerful exhalation. This is the hippopotamus. The true daytime sovereign of the Nile is the hippopotamus, with large bulls growing to 13 feet and weighing up to 5,000 pounds. Beneath its calm demeanor lies incredible strength and a highly volatile nature. When protecting their aquatic territories, they are fiercely combative. They congregate in pods of 10 to 30 individuals, overseen by a single dominant male, and pass the majority of their day submerged. From its dense hide, a peculiar crimson liquid emerges, a substance commonly known as blood sweat. This is not an injury, but a wonder of nature. It acts as both a sunblock and an antiseptic, ideally evolved for a life spent partially under the African sun. As dusk settles, the hippos emerge from the security of the river to feed on the land. They might roam up to 6 miles from the water, consuming nearly 80 pounds of grass over the course of a night. Despite being herbivores, their combative disposition ranks them among Africa's most dangerous creatures. They are capable of running on land at speeds reaching 19 miles per hour. In Ethiopia's Lake Tana region, the calm, shallow waters have become a perfect sanctuary for a population of roughly 400. Following a gestation period of approximately 8 months, the female will usually deliver one calf while in the water. The infant, born weighing between 55 and 110 pounds, is a natural swimmer from its first moments. The hippopotamus also fulfills a critical function within its environment. Its dung, rich in nutrients, acts as a fertilizer for the water, nourishing the microorganisms that form the foundation of the aquatic food web. The pod makes its slow journey back to the shallows as a new day begins. Once more, the Nile's apparently placid surface hides the dormant power of these behemoths. The resounding thud of hooves can be heard across the Nile's verdant floodplains. It signals the ceaseless pilgrimage of the African buffalo herd. These immense grazers are emblems of endurance and fortitude, gathering in herds that can reach into the hundreds, perpetually seeking new pastures and water. The African buffalo is a true titan of the savannah, reaching 5 feet at the shoulder and weighing between 1,100 and 2,200 pounds. At their base, their menacing horns merge to form a single bony plate, used both for protection and in battles for status. A clear strategy for staying alive exists within this moving fortress of horn and hide. The most powerful members create a protective barrier at the front and sides. Protected from a landscape of danger at the herd's very core, the young calves represent the lineage's continuation. Their daily life along the Nile follows a strict schedule. Grazing occupies the early morning, when the air remains cool. Around 33 to 40 pounds of grass are consumed by each adult buffalo daily, which helps manage the growth of vegetation along the river. The herd finds sanctuary near the water during the most intense heat, submerging to lower their body temperature and fend off pests. But danger is always present, even during these moments of rest. Nile crocodiles wait just beneath the surface, anticipating a chance to attack. A single calf is born to the female after a pregnancy of around 11 months. The newborn is standing within moments, safely enveloped within the protective circle of the herd. As the light fades, the herd resumes its endless trek. They are more than just foragers on the plains. They are sculptors of the very landscape itself. A piercing shriek breaks the silence along the Nile's tree-lined shores. It is the definitive cry of the African fish eagle. This regal bird, with its magnificent wings and sharp vision, is the master of these skies. Its brilliant white